Hello guys, welcome to lesson 2, the second lesson in the general definitions of strada. Today we'll be talking about carreggiata. And then la carreggiata è parte della strada destinata al transito dei veicoli, può essere a doppio senso di circolazione o a senso unico, può essere suddivisa in corsie e può essere affiancata da pista ciclabile. Fanno parte della carreggiata tutte le corsie, tranne la corsia di emergenza, gli attraversamenti pedonali, in bracket, ma non a marciapiedi, e i viali pedonali, gli attraversamenti ciclabili, ma non le piste ciclabili. Non ne fanno inoltre parte le banchine e le piazzole di sosta. Okay, now guys, let me explain to you in English. La carreggiata, the carreggiata is the part of the road that is permitted for the movement, for the transition, circolazione, movement of vehicles. Not every part of the road, as we have seen in lesson 1, is talking in lesson 1, which is strada. Not every part of the road is permitted for the movement of vehicles. The only part that is permitted is called the carreggiata. And the carreggiata, which is the carriageway, is the part that vehicles can move in. And then there are some special characteristics of the carreggiata. It can be subdivided in corsie, can be divided into lanes. Different lanes can be in the carreggiata, and also it is affiancata next to the pista ciclabile, the cyclist lane. It is next to it when you look at the diagram of the road. And also part of the carreggiata, part of the carriageway, is all the corsie for crossing, attraversamenti of pedestrian, crossing of those who are using leg, pedestrian, except the corsia di emergenza. The corsia di emergenza is not part of the carreggiata, it's part of it. So if you are asked in quiz if it is part of the carreggiata, the answer is no, it's not part of the carreggiata. The marciapiedi, whereby pedonale, those who are going on foot, is part of for their crossing, and also for the crossing of ciclabile, those who are using bicycle. These are all part of the carreggiata. They are part of the carreggiata, but not pista ciclabile. Not pista ciclabile. Pista ciclabile is not part of the carreggiata, but it is part of the road. So please guys, take note of this, because if you don't pay good attention, you can easily get confused about this thing. So there are some things that are inside the carreggiata. Yeah, they are inside the carreggiata, but they are not part of it. For instance, you can be asked that the corsia di emergenza is part of the carreggiata. No. But when you are asked if it is part of the road, yes, it is part of the road. And lastly, the information they give to us lastly here is that non fanno parte le banchine e le piazzola di sosta. Banchine e piazzola di sosta, they are not part of the carreggiata also. So the only part that we can say is part of the carreggiata is the fanno parte della carreggiata tutte le corsie, gli attraversamenti pedonali, is part. All the lanes we use in crossing for pedestrian is part of the carreggiata. It's part of the carreggiata. And then also for pista ciclabile, for bicycles, cyclists crossing of the road is also part of the carreggiata. So guys, I believe the lesson is clear to understand. Join me in my third lessons on the general definitions of roads, and then you can see the diagram here. This talks about carreggiata a senso unico di circolazione. The senso unico means one lane side movement. And then the carreggiata a doppio senso di circolazione, it means the carriageway for two lanes. For two lanes, two moving carriageway. And then also we have this carreggiata a senso unico di circolazione. So we have three carreggiata here. The first carreggiata we have here is the senso unico, which is one way. Only one vehicle is permitted to move in one direction at a time. And then the carreggiata a doppio senso, two vehicles are moving in opposite direction. And then we have two carreggiata that are doppio. And we have two carreggiata that are doppio senso di circolazione. Here you can get the picture of it. When it is doppio, it means two vehicles are permitted to move in opposite directions. And when it is senso, it means that all the vehicles are moving in one direction. So no one is coming opposite. You are not expecting any vehicle to come in opposite as you are going. So that is what it means by carreggiata a senso unico di circolazione. So this is all about carreggiata. Follow me in my next lessons, and then I believe you have a nice time studying with me. God bless you. Ciao.